So hello all, today we continue with the next session, which is MTP 2 for Jan 2026. Without any further delay, let's get into it, and we will also finish it within half an hour. Alright, so first is your case scenarios. As I always say, go for the questions first and then come back. Okay, so first question, which of the following persons are liable to pay GST under reverse charge in respect of GTA services? Alright, transportation of by Jyoti Transport Company is exempt from GST. Okay, for this you don't even have to read the case scenario, but still we'll read the case scenario and then come and conclude the answer. What will be the time of supply in respect of the services provided by Jyoti Transport Company to Rati Industries Private Limited? Alright, now coming back to the case scenarios. Jyoti Transport Company, a GTA, is registered under GST. It did not exercise the option to pay GST itself. If it did not exercise FCM, then this will be covered under RCM cases. It provided goods transport service to the following persons in February of the preceding financial year. Gaurav Traders, an unregistered partnership firm. Partnership firm doesn't matter if it is registered or if it is unregistered, it is a notified person. Hence, it is eligible for RCM recipient. Okay, this is an RCM recipient. Okay, this is a recipient that satisfies the condition for this transaction to be considered under RCM. Mr. Amar, a casual taxable person who is not registered under GST. A casual taxable person, if the GTA is providing service to an unregistered casual taxable person, it is exempt. It is not taxable only. It is completely exempt. Vyapar Mandal Cooperative Society registered under Societies Registration Act. We know for RCM cases, registered factory, society or person under GST, CTP registered, body corporate, cooperative society, partnership, AOP. These are the notified recipients in case of RCM. This is for GTA services. Cooperative society is covered there. Yes. So this is also taxable under RCM. What was your first question? First question was, which of the following persons are liable to pay GST under reverse charge in respect of the GTA services in February? So here it will be Gaurav Traders and Vyapar Mandal Cooperative Society. Gaurav Traders and Vyapar Mandal 1 and 3. Alright. Then in a particular consignment in March of preceding financial year, Jyoti Transport Company transported the following. Defense equipments, is it exempt? Yes. Organic manure, exempt. Railway equipments are taxable. It is not specified under exempt. Okay, so here answer is again 1 and 3. Final part. Jyoti Transport Company exercised the option to pay GST on services supplied by it at 12% from April of the current financial year. So current financial year, they are voluntarily opting for FCM. Okay, so it provided goods transport services to Rati Industries Private Limited. It's a body corporate on 1st April and issued an invoice dated 5th May. Payment was received on 6th May. The question relating to it was time of supply. Alright, this is a service. This is now covered under FCM. How will you identify the time of supply? One important question you need to ask. Have they issued the invoice within the due date under section 31? Here due date under section 31 is within 30 days. Yes. So what I have to check is, have I issued the invoice within 30 days from the date of supply? 1st April is the date of supply of service. They issued the invoice on 5th May. Is it after 30 days or within 30 days? It is more than 30 days. It is after 30 days. So now my time of supply will be either the date when the payment was received or the date of supply of service, whichever is earlier. Alright, date of provision of service or date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier. So it is either 6th May or 1st April, whichever is earlier. 1st April is earlier, that is your time of supply. Moving on to case scenario 2, let's look at the questions. Effective date of registration, consignment value of goods supplied to Delhi by Anjani, due date by which Anjani is supposed to file final return under GST. Cool. Was engaged in providing various services within the state of Rajasthan since April. His aggregate turnover crossed the threshold limit on 4th June. He applied for registration under GST on 2nd July, got his GST registration on 10 July. What is your effective date of registration? One important question. Have I applied for GST registration within 30 days? Within 30 days. When did I cross the threshold limit? 4th June. When did I apply? 2nd July. Is it within 30 days? Yes, it is within 30 days. So my effective date of registration will be the date on which I became liable for registration. When did I become liable? When I crossed the threshold limit. So 4th June is your effective date of registration. 4th June. Alright. After taking registration, Anjani started a business across India supply of goods also. He dispatched goods pan-India based on orders he got from the goods dealt by him. Alright. He received an order from Delhi. Where is this guy in? Rajasthan, right? Yes, Rajasthan. He received an order from Delhi for which he supplied taxable goods valuing 45,000. The applicable rate of IGST was 12%. He also supplied certain exempted goods valuing 4,000. He made one invoice for both taxable as well as exempted supply made to Delhi. He asked his tax consultant for the requirement of e-waybill. The tax consultant informed him that the requirement of e-waybill is based on consignment value of goods supplied. So they asked, what is the consignment value of goods? In case of e-way bill, how will you calculate the consignment value of goods? If one invoice is issued for taxable and exempted supply, you will take the taxable value, you will take the tax value, you will not take the exempted goods value. So 45,000 will be included. The 12% on this 45,000 also will be included, but this 4,000 will not be included. So 45,000 plus 12% is 50,400. When is e-way bill required? When it is more than 50,000, correct? So 50,400, you are definitely liable to generate e-way bill. So consignment value is 50,400. Then even being a micro enterprise, they did not receive timely payment, so they've run into a cash crunch. They're closing down the business. While shutting down his business, he informed his tax consultant to cancel the GST registration, surrendered the registration on 25th September, and his application for cancellation was approved on 31st September. Funniest thing here is that they have given us 31st September. I don't know what kind of calendar has 31st September. But apparently they have given 31st September, alright. The option also goes according to that, alright. So there is no way we can, do anything. It's ICI's fault. It might be a printing mistake. But 31st September, obviously there's no 31st September. So we are just going to calculate plus 3 months and bring it to 31st December. Alright. So this is cancellation. When do you need to file your final return? GSTR 10 final return. The question was, when am I supposed to file the final return under GST? It will be 3 months from the later of two things, date of cancellation or date of order of cancellation, whichever is later, 3 months. So whichever is later here, the cancellation is 25th September, order was on 31st September. Later means 31st September. From then if you take 3 months, it will be 31st of December. So within 31st of December, you're supposed to file the final return, 31st December. Udit Associates Delhi dealing in garments has ordered lady suits from Pakiza Garments in Ludhiana, Punjab, which is 350 kilometers away from its warehouse. E-way bill is generated by Sahiba Garments and the order is coming from normal cargo, not multi-dimensional cargo, normal cargo. For how many days will the e-way bill be valid? For up to 200 kilometers it is valid, and then for every other 200 kilometers or part of it, it will be one additional day. So up to 200 kilometers is 1 day. We have a total of 350 kilometers. The next balance is 150. For that, another 1 day. So 1 day, totally it is valid for 2 days. Harjeet Kaur, a resident of Punjab, is having a residential property in Punjab, which he has given on rent to a family of 72 lakhs per annum for residence purpose. It is a residential property. It is given for residence purpose. Yes. Do I need to check the GST applicability here? No, it is exempt. Service by way of renting of residential property is exempt. Suppose I gave this residential property for some commercial purpose. Then it will be taxable. Okay? Then it is not exempt. This is residential property. It has been given for residence purpose. None of them are registered under GST. So no. Okay? So that is all with the case scenarios. Now we move to part 2. Resti Limited Delhi A registered supplier manufacturing machineries has made a taxable supply of machinery during the month of March. It furnished the following details for such machinery supply. Before you read through the main thing, always read through the notes. Okay, because whatever is given in the notes might influence your answers, which is given in the main part of the question. So rate of GST is 9918. All inward and outward are exclusive of taxes. All the conditions necessary for availing the ITC has been fulfilled subject to the information given above. All inward and outward supplies are interstate supplies. Compute the net GST payable in cash for the month of March. Alright. List price of machinery exclusive of taxes. Can I include it? Yes, 15 subsection 1 I can include it. Okay. Subsidy received from the central government. We already said 15 subsection 2 clause E, subsidies, if it is from central government and state government, we will not add it back to the value of supply. Alright. Okay. So this 2,10,000, you will not do anything. Subsidy received from an NGO for supply of machinery to an old age home. What was the conditions that we studied for it to be added to the value of supply as 15 subsection 2 clause E? Number 1, it should be directly linked to the price and it should be coming from other than central government or state government. It is from NGO, exclusively related to supply of goods included at serial number 1. We are going to assume it is directly linked to supply, linked to the price, and then we are going to take it as 2 lakh. Okay, exclusively related to supply of goods they have given. So we are going to add serial number 1. So it is directly linked to the price. So this you will add it back. So 10 lakh plus 2 lakh. Tax levied by municipal authority. Yes, taxes, it is not refundable, so you can add it back. Packing charges is incidental expense, so that also you will add. Your total value is 15 lakh 75,000, which is 10 lakh plus 2 lakh plus 2 lakh 50 plus 1 lakh 25. The list price of the machineries after considering the 2 subsidies received. So this is one information that you should have read before you had solved this. Okay, so always additional information and note, read it first and then go to the core part of the question. Okay, so the list price of machinery is after considering the 2 subsidies received. So fair enough. Further, the company has provided the following information pertaining to purchases made in the month of March. Raw material to be received in the month of April. As per section 16, when can you take ITC? You should have received the goods, correct? That is one of the conditions. But you will receive it only in the month of April. So you can take the ITC. This is the GST portion, okay, not the value. The ITC, you cannot take it now. You can only take it in the month of April. Membership of a club availed for employees working in the factory, not obligatory to be provided under any law. It is blocked. 17 subsection 5 exclusively blocks this. Inputs to be received in 6 lots, out of which first lot was received during the month. When it is sent in lots, when will you take the ITC? Upon the receipt of the last lot. So this also you will not take. Trucks used for transport of raw material. It is a commercial vehicle, that is, it is a truck that is being used for exclusively for transportation of goods. It is allowed, right? It's not blocked. You can take ITC. Capital goods, out of 3 items, invoice for 2 items is missing and GST paid on those items is 2,82,000. This is also GST component, this is also GST component. 2 items is missing. One of the conditions as per section 16 is you should be in the possession of the valid document. Here it is tax invoice, correct? If you don't have the invoice, you cannot take ITC. So for this 3,50,000, you need to reduce 2,82,000, balance is 68,000. This is your eligible ITC. Okay, so you can take 1,50,000, you can take 68,000. Total is 2,18,000. Now, what is your net GST payable in cash? We already said the value of machinery is 15,75,000. They have given in the note that everything is interstate supply. So we're going to assume this is IGST. 18% is 2,83,500. Total ITC that you can take the credit for is 2,18,000. Balance 65,500 is payable in cash. It's a very simple question. Next, Punto Limited procured the following goods in the month of Jan. Goods used in constructing. Okay, let's read through the additional information first. Depreciation has not been claimed on tax component in case of trucks. Okay, compute the amount of ITC available for the month of Jan. Assume all other conditions necessary for availing ITC have been fulfilled. Good. Goods used in constructing an additional floor of office building, the cost of construction of additional floor have been capitalized. We've already learned either you take the benefit of depreciation in Income Tax Act or you take the benefit of input tax credit in GST. You cannot take both. Okay, so here it has been capitalized. The additional floor has been capitalized. So you will claim depreciation. So can I take ITC? No. So no ITC benefit. Trucks used for transportation of inputs in the factory, they have given in the additional information that we did not claim depreciation for the GST component. So I can very well take the ITC benefit. This is the GST portion, okay, not the value of supply. It's the GST portion. Inputs used in trial runs. Can I take it? Yes, because it is used in the course of furtherance of business. I can take it. Confectionery items for consumption of employees working in the factory. Confectionery is nothing but your chocolates. Okay, these are covered under foods or beverages. Foods or beverages, if it is not for further supply, then will you be eligible to take ITC? No. 17 subsection 5 blocks it. Cement used for making foundation and structural support to plant and machinery. What is stopping you from taking ITC there? Nothing. It is in the course of furtherance of business. You can take it. So 9550 you can take ITC. 11,000 you can take ITC. 8,350 also you can take ITC. Alright, next question. Comment on the taxability or otherwise of the following transaction under GST law. Also state the correct legal provision for the same. Okay. Service provided by a private transport operator. Okay, it's a third party. 2. Kanya Shiksha Girls Higher Secondary School. Yes, preschool to high school. If a third party provides transportation service is exempt or taxable. It is exempt. Service provided by way of vehicle parking to general public in a shopping complex. To general public. Vehicle parking in a shopping complex. Did we study that it is exempt anywhere? Absolutely not. It is taxable. Okay. Food supplied by canteen run by hospital to the inpatients as advised by the doctors. So if they are providing food supplied, the canteen service is given to the inpatients, which means it is part of the healthcare service, correct? It is a composite supply. It is exempt. It is covered under healthcare service. It is exempt. An RWA, Resident Welfare Association in a housing society, registered under GST, collects the maintenance charges of 6,500 per month per member. We learnt that up to 7,500 per month per member is exempt. So this is 6,500, so definitely exempt. Next. Determine the time of supply. Alright, this is goods reverse charge basis. For goods, if it is under reverse charge basis, what is your time of supply? Earlier of three things. Date of payment, which is in the either the record in the books of account or whenever it is being in the bank account. And then receipt of goods or 31st day from the date of invoice. When did you receive the goods? Receive the goods on May 12. What is the date of payment? May 30. 31st day from the date of invoice. May 4 is the date of invoice. Okay, we're going to assume it is a date of invoice because supplier it has given invoices goods. I'm sorry, I read it as sells goods. Supplier invoices goods. So date of invoice is May 4. What is the due date of invoice under section? We are seeing 31st day from date of invoice. Receipt of goods, date of payment, 31st day from date of invoice. So 31st day from date of invoice will be from May 4, 31st day. Okay. So May 4 days are over, balance you have 27 days plus another 4 days if you add only you will get 31st day from the date of invoice, correct? So that will be June 4. June 4 your 31st day from date of invoice. So what is the earlier of it? May 12, that is your time of supply. Next one is again goods reverse charge basis. Invoice is on May 4. So 31st day from date of invoice will be June 4. Received the goods on June 12. Payment made on July 3. Whichever is earlier. June 4 is earlier. That is your time of supply. Next question. Examine whether the supplier of goods is liable to get registered in the following independent cases. Examine whether the supplier of goods is liable to... Okay, same thing is repeated twice. Mohit of Assam is exclusively engaged in intrastate taxable supply of ready-made garments. Assam, is it covered under special categories? No. This is intrastate of goods. His turnover in the current financial year is 33 lakh. He has another showroom in Tripura. Tripura is a special category. What is the limit? 10 lakhs. For Assam, what was the limit for exclusively goods intrastate? 40 lakhs. For Tripura, it is 10 lakhs. If you have a special category supply also, state supply also, then what is the limit that will apply? The special category limit will apply for you. Okay, so 10 lakhs. So obviously you have crossed the 10 lakh limit. Yes. So now here you are liable to get registered. Next. Shobit of Goa is exclusively engaged in intrastate taxable supply. Intrastate taxable supply of shoes, goods. Exclusively intrastate, exclusively goods. Goa is not a special category. So what is the limit? 40 lakh. But what is his aggregate turnover in the current financial year is 22 lakh. He is free from getting registration until he crosses the threshold. Next. Mrs. Virtus Trans of Kolkata is engaged in the trading of transmitters. On 20th May, they had sent 500 units for exhibition at Chennai on sale or return basis. For sale on return basis, what is your time of supply? Time of supply will be earlier of two things. Before or at the time of supply, or 6 months from the date of removal, whichever is earlier. Okay, that will be the date of invoice. That is the date when you are supposed to issue the invoice. Okay, before or at the time of supply, or 6 months from date of removal, whichever is earlier. Out of the said 500 units, 300 units have been sold on 28th August. So when did we remove these 500 units? On 20th May. From 20th May, if I am going to calculate 6 months, it is 20th November. 300 units have been sold on 20th August. August is before November. Yes. So what is the due date by which I should issue the invoice for these 300 units? It will be 28th August. Out of the remaining 200 units, 150 units have been brought back to Kolkata on 25th November. But what is our 6-month limit? 20th November. Correct? Earlier of the two is what we said. They have not done supply. Before 6 months from date of removal is 20th November. But they brought back only on 25th November. Balance 50 units have neither been sold nor brought back. Doesn't matter to me. 25th November is after 20th November. So for 150 units and for the balance 50 units, it will be 20th November. So for 300 units, it is 28th August. For 200 units, it is 20th November. Next. Are post-supply discounts eligible for deduction in all situations? No. Two conditions we studied. One, it has to be agreed upon. Yes, before or at the time of supply. It should be existing at the time of supply. Correct? It should be agreed upon beforehand itself. And second one is the proportional ITC have to be reversed by the buyer. If the buyer reverses the ITC only, then for the supplier the effect will be shown because the value of supply will reduce. Alright, so these two conditions are necessary for me in order to be eligible for deduction from the value of supply for post-supply discounts. Okay. What is the place of supply for mobile connection? Can it be the location of the supplier? For mobile connections, we learned two ways. One is in case of postpaid connections. The other one is in case of prepaid connections. In case of postpaid connections, it will be the location of the recipient if the location of the recipient is there in the books of records. Okay, in your records. If you have their address on record, then that will be the location. Place of supply. The location of recipient will be the place of supply. The other one, this is postpaid. The other one is prepaid. Prepaid, there are two ways. One is either through selling agent or otherwise. Okay. If it is through selling agent, your place of supply will be the location of that selling agent, the address of the selling agent. In case of others, if you have the recipient's address on records, the billing address of the recipient is your place of supply. Let's say you don't have the address of the recipient on record. What will be your place of supply? It will be the address of the supplier. That's all. Who can be registered as goods and service tax practitioner under section 48? That's a very theory based question. Alright. Any person who is a citizen of India, sound mind, not adjudicated as insolvent, not convicted by a competent court, and satisfies any of the following, not all, any of the following conditions. These are the qualifications for which you can be eligible to be practicing as a GST practitioner. Retired officer of Commercial Tax Department, State Government, CBIC. During service under government had worked in a post not lower than the rank of Group B Gazette officer for a period of at least 2 years. At least 2 years you should have worked in a post not lower than the Group B Gazette officer. Is enrolled as a sales tax practitioner or tax return preparer under the erstwhile indirect tax laws, that is a previous indirect tax laws, for a period of not less than 5 years. Okay, at least for 5 years. Here at least 2 years, here at least 5 years. Acquired any of the prescribed qualifications. Okay, any other such qualification. Has passed graduate or postgraduate degree or equivalent examination. Having a degree in specified disciplines from any Indian university or a degree examination or any foreign university that is recognized from a recognized institution. Has passed any other notified examination. Has passed final examination of ICAI, SI, Cost Accountants of India. Alright, any 5 options, points may be mentioned is what they have given. So by this we conclude our MTP 2 also. All the very best for your examinations. Okay, revise properly. I hope everything goes well.